Interesting year so far for gold demand. What we're seeing is a renewed interest from a number of areas. Central banks, they account for about 18-19% of demand on an annual basis. Since 2010, they have been net buyers of gold, and they have been strong buyers so far this year. So that's certainly a driver of demand, and we'd expect that to continue. We're also seeing the bar and coin demand market pick up as well. So here in Egypt, bar and coin demand last year was up 57%, for example. Overall demand here was up by 11%. So it's bar and coin, it's that investment motivated demand for gold that we're expecting to pick up. Now, this is happening across markets, but especially emerging markets. Across Asia, we're seeing a renewed interest in bars and coins. So that's the healthy side of the market at the moment. And that's for a number of reasons: economic uncertainty, geopolitics, inflation, all of these are playing a role. So it's that those two areas where we're expecting demand to pick up.
ما الأسباب وراء إقبال البنوك المركزية وخاصة للدول الناشئة على اقتناء الذهب في المرحلة الحالية؟
So central banks, net buyers since 2010. Emerging market central banks have been driving the buying behavior. The Western central banks and the Bank of Japan, they've stopped selling. So two things have really happened, but the buying is coming primarily from emerging market central banks. They're buying gold for a number of reasons. One, it's a physical asset, no counterparty or credit risk, is therefore considered a safe haven asset. It's also very liquid, which is what you want when you're protecting your national wealth, your reserves. It's very easy to sell. It's universally understood. It trades at over $145 billion a day. It also is not very highly correlated to other asset classes, particularly in a downturn. So that means that it can be an effective diversifier. So when other assets are going down, gold often goes up and protects your portfolio. So these are reasons that anybody, an individual or an institution would buy gold, but central banks in particular pay attention to the safe haven nature of gold.
في ظل التوترات الجيوسياسية وتوقعات أسعار الفائدة، كيف ترى أسعار الذهب خلال الفترة المقبلة؟
Well, unfortunately, we can't forecast the gold price, but we're expecting there could be a correction in the short, medium term, but the long-term trend we're expecting is going to be positive because the fundamental reasons for allocating to gold are still there. Safe haven, physical asset, portfolio diversifier, very, very liquid, and it can outperform other asset classes. We are expecting interest rates to start coming down. They probably have the biggest impact on the gold market. US rates in particular, they're a headwind for gold when they're high. We're expecting those to start coming down at some point this year, and that in the longer term should be supportive of gold demand.
وكيف تتوقع تحركات صناديق الاستثمار في الذهب خلال الفترة المقبلة؟
There's another interesting one. I mean, we're seeing, we think that as interest rates come down, fund flows could be supported by that, because if you look at why does an institution invest in gold, there are a couple of reasons. One is economic uncertainty. The other is inflation, and linked to that is interest rates. So as interest rates start to come down, we'd expect investment interest in gold to start picking up, and that should be reflected in fund flows.